Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out Deliver at All Costs on the Steam Deck, and this is the full version of the game. I previously checked out the demo during one of the Next Fest a couple of months ago, and I was pretty impressed with the game. It is currently free to claim on the Epic Games Store for about a week, so limited time. Definitely pick it up while you can, and you can also run it on the Steam Deck using Heroic Launcher or setting up Epic Games Store through different means. But without further ado, let's check it out. Now, Deliver at All Costs is a chaotic, physics-driven delivery simulator with lots of destruction, unpredictable driving, and hilarious missions, and with a bit of a twist in the story. It ran a bit rough in the demo a few months ago, but performance seems to have improved just a little bit since then, and I will run you through the first two missions in this video. By the way, before I jump into performance, if you like these deck reviews, make sure to follow my Steam Curator page. Just first search for SteamFlow on Steam. I'll also post a link in the description. I post optimized settings and mini reviews for every game I test on here, so you can check that out in a written form. Right out of the box, on the lowest settings, we can see frame rates around 70 FPS, even 80 sometimes, but it's not stable and there's a lot of dips below 60 FPS, especially during heavy destruction or nighttime driving. Now, battery life on these lowest settings with no FPS cap is about 2.5 hours. And the game settings are pretty minimal. It offers anti-aliasing options, texture quality, full screen toggle, VSync, and a frame rate limit. Now, when switching to medium settings, I locked it to 60 FPS, but performance still fluctuates between 50 and 60 depending on the mission and the area you're in. Some physics-heavy missions like transporting the watermelons or fireworks can cause dips to as low as 40 FPS or even 15 FPS stutters in some cases. After some testing, my recommended settings is to set the graphics to high, do a cap of 45 FPS on the OLED or 40 FPS on the LCD. Battery life with these settings will be around 2.5 hours. I'm choosing these settings because these provide stable frame rate during chaos, and driving feels much better at 45 FPS than at 30 FPS. But if you do want to maximize battery life, you can set the settings to low, FPS cap of 30, and you get close to 4 hours of battery life on the OLED. Now, the game has full controller support, and there is a simplified or standard controls for actually driving. Now, standard is what the game was intended to be played as. It has a little bit of a learning curve, but I think you should try and experience it that way. It is providing a more realistic driving experience. Now, the Steam Deck's analog triggers help a lot with throttle control, so you can press lightly to drive slow or fully for top speed, which is pretty cool, and you are going to need to slow down for some of these missions. Final thoughts: the full version runs better than the demo, but it's still not perfect. It's not going to be stable 60, but the game looks awesome on the OLED screen, and I'm really glad it runs this well. You can expect some dips in FPS during heavy physics simulation or during heavy traffic, but still it's a blast to play. Fun missions, unpredictable chaos, and surprising amount of challenge. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you found it helpful, consider leaving a like, subscribe for more Steam Deck content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.